Ready for takeoff, Boeing 737 MAX returning to commercial service with American Airlines Flight 718. The flight from Miami to New York is the aircraft's first since being grounded nearly 2 years ago. Joining me now, the Sterling team operating partner, former Spirit Airlines CEO, Ben Baldanza. Ben, great to see you. Thank you for being here this morning. The 737 MAX back in service. Will people want to fly in it? Does it even matter to people getting on a plane? They just want to get where they're going.
Well, Happy New Year, Dagan. It's great to be with you. You know, I think there's going to be a lot of attention to these early flights on the reintroduced 737 MAX just because of, obviously, the terrible crashes that happened over 20 months ago. But eventually, in a few months, I think there'll be plenty of these planes flying in the air. I think the changes made both to the engineering of the plane and the training for the pilots both directly addressed the issues that were identified in those accidents. And so I think that within just a few months, it'll just be another plane in the air and people will board it and not think twice about it.
Ben, talk about the state of the airline industry. The newest COVID-19 relief bill provided airlines with $15 billion in payroll assistance. Is this enough? Again, are the airlines going to need more moving into 2021? Because certainly over the holidays, the airports and planes were, quite frankly, packed.
Well, they were packed, Dagan, but with a lot less capacity than was flying a year ago. So there's still a lot of planes grounded. So yes, the planes are full for the holidays, but airlines still aren't flying a lot of planes. I think the important thing, Dagan, is that this is a changed economy for travel. It's unclear how much business travel is returning, and it's unclear when families and friends are going to be comfortable traveling in groups again. And because of that, the most proactive airlines out there are changing their flight schedules, thinking about how they're going to do business in this new world. I think the payroll protection that was just put in place was good in that it helps airlines manage their cash through potentially a tough winter season, after the holidays at least. But for the airlines that had to return employees from furlough, mostly American and United, as United has already said, most of those employees are going to lose their jobs again at the end of that 4 months because the airline won't need them again. So the important thing, I think, is not just to artificially pay employees to come work when there isn't work to do, but for the airlines to recognize the new economy, fewer business travelers, more leisure travelers, where do people want to go, and follow the states that are staying open and avoid flying or fly less to the states that aren't open yet. There's more flights to Florida right now than to New York, of course, because of the different policies in those states. So I think that the government is doing a good thing with the payroll protection, but it's not a long-term solution for fixing what the airlines really need.
Which airlines are going to come out of this the strongest, Ben?
Well, Dagan, I think the airlines that are lower cost, first of all, they don't need as much revenue to get cash positive again because their costs are lower, but also the airlines that haven't depended historically on carrying a lot of business travel. And by business travel, I mean the travel where your company pays for your travel when you go. That's the travel that is most at risk of not coming back fully. So airlines that have depended on that travel, and that's the big four airlines in the U.S., American, United, Delta, and Southwest, those airlines are going to have to figure out how they live with more leisure traffic and less business traffic on their airplanes. The airlines that are already comfortable with leisure traffic, and that's basically all the airlines that aren't the four I mentioned, they're already good at that. So I think they're going to emerge from this stronger than the big four.
Ben, great to see you this morning. Ben Baldanza. Have a happy
New Year, Dagan.
and
Thank you
safe
very
New
much.
Year. We'll see you in 2021.